I got my Cannibal Kit a couple days ago, and it looks amazing!
Thousands of them waiting to be filled. But you have to know the fields they're in, and you have to have what it takes to master those fields.
Okay, it's arrived. Oh boy. It's a monster. How's that gonna look right there? This is an eBay GT45. It's like a 69mm turbo. We're gonna see if this K24 can even spool it. 33-pound turbo. Okay, I don't think a new turbo you buy should have this kind of a feature. Wow. I don't know, guys. Should I use it? Welcome back for another video of putting this Honda K-Series K24 into the 1991 MR2. The whole reason I've been working on running this engine, using the Megasquirt, using the fuel line on the Chevelle, and getting it running on the pallet like we saw we did. Why was I doing that? Why was I wasting my time doing that? Well, the real reason, a couple reasons, to put this motor into the Toyota takes an adapter plate. The adapter plate was designed by Hux Racing, and that plate has been purchased, but it's on hold for some bolts. So he got his hardware in from ARP. Great news, I think it's supposed to be on the way pretty soon. But until I had that adapter plate, I had to work on this thing outside of the car. And to keep the project moving, I wanted to make sure I could get the thing running on Megasquirt, and I made a ton of progress as we saw the thing's running. So I know now when I put this in the car, I'm not gonna have any issues with the ECM or anything. This thing's gonna be pretty ready to rock the second I put it in. I had pulled the radiator from the Chevelle and I had placed it over here, and I'd made myself a radiator hose adapter out of PVC. And I don't think that's going to be a good idea to use, because I went ahead and made it, and then I went ahead and looked at what the temperature rating for PVC is, and it's only like 140 degrees. And I could just see, you know, running this thing up to temperature and the plastic just kind of like melting, not melting, but, you know, getting soft and squeeze in on itself. And these hoses are just going to burst out. So I'm kind of going to scrap that idea. I did pick up this piece of 2-inch aluminum, so you might see me try to use my lathe for the first time. But first I'm going to focus on a couple big items like the water pump housing that needs to be swapped out. This water pump housing you can get on eBay all day for like 200 bucks plus shipping, but of course the junkyards are filled with them. I just don't know which junkyard I'm going to go to yet. What I do know is that this engine, when I got looking at it, 2 or more of the bell housing holes are stripped to shit. So I got a helicoil kit, and that's what I'm gonna work on today. From what I can tell, you know, there's this myth about these JDM motors that when you get them, they're pulled from a 30 or 40,000 mile car. I know that for a fact that that's not true in this case. I have no idea what the mileage is, but the fact that they cut all the wires, I mean, the ECM straight cut off, every single hose that was, you know, goes to the engine bay, the fuel line was cut straight through. This thing was pulled from a wrecked car or something happened there. All right, here's the tools we're gonna need. 31/64 bit tap handle, helicoil repair for an M12 by 1.25 pitch, a little bit of WD-40. We're gonna need an air nozzle, blow some chips out. It's cutting like butter. gonna try to find our USDM Honda parts that we need. Look at this thing, somebody's hot rod. All right, here's a K motor. And it's got power steering, the alternator's already been taken. It's got an AC pump. That'll probably make it a little harder to take off. That's what I need. Here's another K motor, but it's pretty smashed in. Looks corroded. Okay, I think this is my best bet. Looks like it's a 2003. Let's get to it. Daylight's burning. AC pump out of the way. It's this big aluminum casting here I'm trying to remove. This is the water pump itself. This is the tensioner. This is the water pump housing. All right, forgive me, auto parts gods. Yeah. I think while I'm here, I'm going to try to take these throttle cable brackets. Sweet. Throttle cable bracket. Now, how do I get this tube out? I got a lot of fuel leaking right now, too. I wonder if that's just 2 bolts to take that guy off. Let's see if I can take the thermostat housing off. Leaking fuel all over me, dude. All right, please come on. Oh, there's another bolt. Oh. All right, I'm gonna break this thing. There we go. All right, there's the thermostat sitting in there. I was using this fender as a tool tray. Junkyard cat. Meow. Here's what I need. 35. All right.
And here you go.
All right, thank you, sir.
Welcome.
All you have to do is look at the way that the misinformation campaigns
touch in there. And then I've got maybe a 1/16 of a gap. I could probably run it that way. Here goes nothing, making a radiator hose adapter. First real aluminum part I've cut on my lathe, so cross your fingers, boys. That's cutting beautifully. Complete amateur. I sat here drilling and drilling and drilling. It's not moving. I had the lathe in reverse. Nope. Okay, I've got a whole bunch of these round boring bars, and it looks like this one will just fit in there. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It's probably a terrible idea. I don't even know if it fits in this little housing, this chuck here, but kind of looks like it'll fit in here. Let's just see. How about I put it in backwards? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll figure out what crashing a tool in real life is like. This is probably a terrible idea. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, here we go. Tuck it in. I think that's gonna work. All right. Lock it down. And then if I can still pull it out, that means the tool ain't gonna crash. This is gonna work. Or I'm gonna lose a finger. I don't know. Take one to the jugular. I do have safety glasses. And I'm wearing a metal ring. Okay, safety run. Oh yeah, all right. First time boring. Not bad. Not a bad first part, I think. Okay, making that was pretty cool. Learned a couple things probably. Let's see if it actually fits. Oh no! What the fuck? No!
Truly a sight to behold. A man beat the once great chef, now a study in moppishness.
Did I even make this side right? Yeah, this side's right. Holy sh! I'm not proud of this. That's looking pretty good. All right, we got a leak. Right onto the ECM. Where's it coming from? Oh, it smells like coolant. The fact that I don't feel it up here kind of scares me. Oh, right there. Holy hell, I gotta plug that thing off? What went in there? I do recall pulling something out of a press fit like that. So maybe I'll look in the trunk. Yeah, here's in the trunk of the Chevelle. I thought I had pulled out something that's press fit, and that must be it. Okay, I'm gonna go for the first start since putting on the serpentine belt and the water pump housing and all that, having the radiator hooked up, and I'm gonna see if I can get the thing to do any sort of semblance of idling, get it to warm up. The fan's not hooked up, so I can't run it forever. And I'm gonna see if I can tune idle and all that. I'm gonna have the laptop going and have a data log going. Okay, I killed it right there because I wanted to get it to idle a little lower. It's up at 3,000 right now, so, and its temps are rising fast. Let's see what idle control we have. It's on open loop. I'm going closed loop. I only have success on closed loop, it seems like. Cycle power. I wish I had an oil pressure gauge or an oil pressure sensor, I'll tell you that. Throttle position is at 23. Let's curtail that a little. And why is it off? Calibrate TPS. Closed, get current. Let's go wide open throttle, get current. Accept. And now we can see we have 0 and 100% throttle. I don't know why that was off. It lost its and she dies. That's okay, we got it too. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was entertaining. This is what it took for me to get this engine ready to go into the MR2, which now has its own space in the garage cleared out. I've got the engine hoist in here, a new engine stand to put the Buick block onto. This thing has all the accessories that it's gonna need. Everything is ready to drop in. And as you can see right here, I've got the Hux Racing Cannibal Kit, the adapter plate, which will put this guy onto the E153 transmission. I've got all the parts I need. The swap commences now. I never did get it to idle. The starter fried on the thing. That's fine, because when I put this into the MR2, it's going to actually use a Toyota starter. The starter will come in from this way rather than right here and use the Honda starter. Part of the kit is actually a block-off plate right there. So you remove the Honda starter, put a block-off plate, and then the Toyota starter is what actually runs the thing. So
I'm extremely excited to start the swap. Eric, you are a motherfucking genius.